You're listening to Tim Bulkeley's 5-Minute Bible. Humour in the Bible, Book 4, Numbers. We've noticed already how horrible situations sometimes elicit humour, and we'll have cause to notice it again. Numbers chapter 11 presents us with such a horrible situation. Now, when the people complained in the hearing of the Lord about their misfortunes are unspecified, but the people are forever in the book of Numbers complaining to the Lord about just about everything. They sound like a bunch of whining teenagers. We've also noticed that humour is often either produced or signalled by exaggeration. And this story has plenty of light, gentle exaggeration in it. Just listen. The Lord heard it. Now there's a surprise. And his anger was kindled. Then the fire of the Lord burned against them and consumed some of the outlying parts of the camp. So the situation is terrible, but not too terrible because it's only the outlying parts that have been burnt. But the people cried out to Moses, and Moses prayed to the Lord, and the fire abated. You see, in this chapter we have this kind of chain going on, with the people complaining to anyone who'll listen, but in particular complaining to Moses, and poor Moses having to take their complaints to God, after God has already got angry with them for their complaints. The situation is shaping up nicely. So the place was called Taberah, because the fire of the Lord burned against them. We're reminded that the situation is terrible. The rabble among them had a strong craving, and the Israelites also wept again and said, "If only we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we used to eat in Egypt for nothing, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. But now our strength is dried up, and there's nothing at all but this manna to look at. Oh yeah, Egypt was great. Wonderful place. Good for a holiday. Oh, come on, go back and read chapter 1 of Exodus again." This is so totally unrealistic. It has to be intended to be at least amusing and raise a slight smile. And then the complaint about manna. It must be terrible, boring stuff, mustn't it? And at this point, the narrator inserts a little note for us. Verse 7. Now, manna was like coriander seed, and its colour was like the colour of gum resin. The people went around and gathered it, ground it in mills, or beat it in mortars, then boiled it in pots and made cakes of it, and the taste of it was like the taste of cakes baked with oil, or in some other translations, honey cakes. Terrible stuff. No wonder they're complaining. When the dew fell on the camp in the night, the manna would fall with it. Oh dear, the poor dears. Isn't life hard when your food tastes like cakes baked with oil, or honey cakes, and you just have to go out and pick it up in the morning? Moses heard the people weeping throughout their families, all at the entrance to their tents. Then the Lord became very angry. Moses heard them. God becomes angry. Something funny is going on. Strange, that is, not humorous at this point. And Moses was displeased. So the Lord is very angry, but Moses is merely displeased. Something strange is going on. I'm sure it is. So Moses said to the Lord, "Why have you treated your servant so badly?" What's God done to Moses? "Why have I not found favour in your sight, that you lay the burden of all this people on me?" Ah, I see. But notice how Moses goes on. This is really fascinating stuff. "Did I conceive all this people? Did I give birth to them? That you should say to me, 'Carry them in your bosom as a nurse carries a sucking child, to the land that you promised on oath to their ancestors?'" See what Moses is saying? Am I this people's mother? Don't expect me to mother them. You're their mother. You look after them. Now, that has to be a touch amusing, especially since God has been busy mothering them, providing them with food every day, day in, day out. Oh, I think this story is meant to raise at least a smile. And I didn't promise you knockabout slapstick in every book. Just occasionally.